I've been in Washington for a couple of days now, spending a lot of time maneuvering around a very crowded, very happy, very high security Washington, D.C. I've gone to a few events here and there, but I've also just talked to folks on the street about their inaugural experience so far. And I can tell you from my anecdotal, admittedly subjective experience that what you suspect is true. There are a ton of inspiring stories here from people who have made the trip to Washington from all over to ensure that their answer and their children's answers to the "where were you when" question for at least this "where were you when" moment will forever be "I was there." 7 of the Little Rock 9 are here, the African-American high school students who bravely integrated Little Rock Central High School in 1957 with the protection of the 101st Airborne. Surviving members of the Tuskegee Airmen are here, the pioneering black flyers who served in the U.S. Army Air Corps during World War II before our military was desegregated. This is historic stuff. This is spine-tingling, cynicism-extinguishing, New Day in America stuff. And don't believe me about that. Believe how we're all behaving. Not just our government, but our people, the folks at large. If you Google the phrase "inauguration watch party" in quotes, watch the cavalcade of results that come in. All totally unconnected, all decentralized, all popping up organically and independently. Durham, North Carolina, Richmond, Virginia, Savannah, Georgia, Austin, Texas, Dearborn, Michigan, Quincy, Mass, Philadelphia, PA, Sacramento, California, Columbia, Missouri, Miami, Florida, Licking County, Ohio, Saratoga Springs, Cincinnati, Ohio. Thousands and thousands and thousands of watch parties, people coming together across the country to watch with members of their own communities. Honestly, it's kind of heartwarming. Google it. Inauguration watch party. But then try Googling the phrase "People's Inaugural Ball," just to get an example of the kind of thing that is happening around this particular political situation. A businessman named Earl Stafford made a faith-motivated decision to bring more than 400 disadvantaged Americans to D.C. to experience the inauguration. Luxury hotel rooms, transportation, a breakfast speech by Martin Luther King III, seminars about how to manage their finances, manage their budgets and their health care, and develop job skills. And because this idea is as cool as it is charitable, there's also a lavish People's Inaugural Ball. Mr. Stafford's largesse, an expected $2 million of his own money, is an inspiration in and of itself. But as word spread of the People's Ball, so many people volunteered to help with the event that some would-be volunteers had to be turned away. 200 tuxedos were donated for guests to wear. A shoe company in Atlanta sent 100 pairs of men's shoes. So many ball gowns were donated that the project couldn't accept anymore. Beauticians and barbers and seamstresses all volunteered to provide services to make sure that the people at the People's Inaugural Ball had as awesome an experience as possible. This outpouring of volunteerism in the midst of the worst economy most of us have ever known. So hats off to the People's Inaugural. Hats off to the attendees, to the volunteers, to the would-be volunteers, and to everyone who has got themselves to D.C. by hook or by crook for this event, or who is getting together with family or friends or folks down the block tomorrow to watch this historic moment happen in our lifetime, in our country. How cool is that?